Welcome to Real Deal. I'm Tara.
And I'm Giselle.
And this is our Oscars recap episode. It is Monday. We are fresh off of our Oscars watch together. We're going to recap some of our predictions and craziest moments of the night.
Yeah.
John Cena being naked. That's number one.
That's number one?
Yeah.
You know what? That was crazy.
It was a little unexpected for me. And then number two, American Fiction winning when I did not think that would happen at all. That was insanity to me. Mm-hmm. American Fiction won for Best Adapted Screenplay.
We'll get into it.
Crazy. Yeah, that was okay. Starting from the top, we've got a list pulled up, so I'm just going to start from the top of that list. Cillian Murphy for Best Actor, predicted. I think we called that one. I don't think we thought it would be anybody else.
No, I really didn't think that it would be anybody else.
Not a chance.
No.
And none for you, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you know what?
Sorry. I feel like he's been taking digs all season. I'm sorry, Bradley.
I think he deserves it. I was trying to hold back on my Bradley Cooper slander, but that man, I'll have some words for that little burnt hot dog. Like, for real.
Had to get my lashing out for that one. He did look unusually tan.
He was definitely giving,
a little orange.
When SpongeBob like covers himself.
Oh, the caramel? Mm-hmm. It was very much that vibe for sure. And then he's like sitting there looking pained.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bad.
I'm sorry, like him not standing when Cillian won.
I'm honestly hoping that that's just like an after clip that somebody posted. I feel like I need to look again, but like...
Yeah, if somebody can fact check that for us and disprove that.
So sad.
Because if he sat during that, like, so disrespectful. Because if Bradley won, Cillian would have stood for him.
Yeah. I think they should have let Messi the dog in. I think he should bite him.
Had his
bite his ankle.
Let's be real. Messi the dog, star of the night, should have had Bradley Cooper's seat. I'm sorry. He should have been in the dog pound. I'm sorry, Bradley.
Switch
had
the
to
spots.
do it to you.
Switch the spots.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to know what Oscar voters said that Messi shouldn't come to the Oscars because it would, it has an unfair advantage on voters. I would like to talk to you. Because obviously by then you've already voted. So what is the problem?
Exactly.
Let the dog in.
Let the dog out.
If they had dog Oscars, yeah, he should have won. I don't know. His performance was crazy.
And they should have had dog Oscars.
Yeah.
Who else would have been in the category? Who cares?
Bradley Cooper.
You know what? You're right. You are right.
That's about it. All that I can think of in terms of dogs in movies this season.
But so many highlights to get to. Maybe, I do have to say, best dressed for me.
Ooh.
Who would you say yours is?
Lupita, who wasn't there to win an award. I think she invented that shade of blue. But if I'm not going with Lupita, I'm going to go with Divine.
Well, Divine was also in that same shade of blue.
Gorgina.
And then, who was the girl that was in The Last Repair Shop? The young girl?
Oh my god!
She was also in that same, Cinderella blue.
So cute. I love to see a black girl win. Unless her name is Tiffany Haddish, in which case I don't. The rest of you, I love to see you win.
No, why was she at the Oscars?
I don't know. There was quite a few people where I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're letting anybody in here.
Yeah, see, they could have replaced Messi with Tiffany C, I fear to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
For me, best dressed. Oh, so hard to say. I'm gonna say Coleman Domingo.
Oh yeah, and I think his after party look was even better.
Oh my god, I love him.
So
I just am obsessed with Coleman. Yeah,
he always looks really good.
Yeah.
Worst dressed. I don't want to say worst because I don't think anybody was bad, but I will say that now that Barbie Press is over, Margot is allergic to serving again.
Oof.
And I don't like what Emma Stone wears ever. I love her,
because
but I don't.
The peplum with the toilet paper roll.
You got to bring that back to 2012.
It was the color too. It just washed her out. She's too pale for that. I would have liked to see her in something else.
They need the costume designer from Poor Things to dress her for the carpet.
That would have been actually sick.
Would have ate that shit up. Would have been fire.
Margot Robbie.
Allergic to a curling iron.
Yeah, I wish anyone. Honestly, a lot of people aren't doing their hair. I noticed a lot of people not doing their hair. A lot of people not wearing jewelry.
Not a damn necklace in sight.
And I know we mentioned that Florence Pugh she kind of like gave us a look.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking back at it, and I feel like she kind of didn't. I fear to say. It was like similar to her other gowns that she wears. You know, like the sheer. She always does like a corset top and like a flowy bottom.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just that look.
Different variations of that.
It had like that like 3D printed looking situation.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not like Roach, but I could style y'all. Please. Give me a chance.
No, Roach really eats every time.
And speaking of Roach, who ate last night? Zendaya.
Zendaya did eat. I was unsure about the palm tree pattern at first. I was a little like...
Ate that shit up.
But then I had like looked at it like in movement in the carpet, and it was so pretty.
Collarbones, striking, everything just looking good.
She always looks great.
Never looked bad.
And you know what? Even if she looked bad, I feel like I'd be like...
I'd lie.
You know what? I'd lie.
I'd probably lie.
I'd lie.
Yeah.
And I'd give her a pass. Yeah. Because she can't keep feeding us like
Consistent serves is so crazy. Take a day off, girl. It's okay.
Especially after that Dune look that she just gave us.
It's okay if you look bad. I'll close my eyes.
I'll look. I'll hold my eyeballs open.
Yeah. And I will lie about it. It's fine. Speaking of Bobs, Sydney Sweeney debuting the Bob.
I liked it.
Fuck ass Bob season. I love it. I love a little FAB.
One thing about Tara, she loves a Bob.
I love a fuck ass Bob, bro. Like, get your little Pleakley moment on. I'm not mad. That's fun. Like, okay.
Oh my god, the not Pleakley.
I love it. I love a fun little Bob. You got the breeze hitting your shoulders and shit. It's nice.
You know.
I like it. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I love it. Okay,
Best Actress, Emma Stone.
I feel like we just had to get this out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover that one really quick.
So how many of y'all voted for Emma Stone to win on your little bingo cards? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, how many of you guys thought that it would be her? Because that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
The tweet that was like, she's not even the best white woman in the category.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was crazy. I really liked what she did in Poor Things. I did really like Sandra Hüller, though. But Lily, I don't know. Lily gave us so much. She learned a whole new language for the film. I mean, it just was such a beautiful, performance. And I don't know.
And you know what? I'm going to clown Bradley for learning composing for 6 years for that performance. But I will commend Lily for learning a whole new language. Because you know what? She did something with it. She represented a culture. She was for the people. First Nations, where you at? Stand up, rise up. And
it's Bradley getting his lashings in a category he's not even nominated in for me.
I'm gonna get it where I can get it.
Oh God.
I just really wanted Lily to win, unfortunately. Yeah. And I would love to preface by saying Poor Things. Amazing. Great. One of my favorite movies. If you look on my Letterboxd, it's on my top 4. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Emma Stone didn't deserve to win. Yeah. I don't think that she was like, her performance was weak, or even great. In comparison to Lily Gladstone, I don't think that it was like a weak performance. Yeah. I just think that Lily had a role that had more impact, more significance. She had more depth. And I think that it was just like, I don't know. I would have loved to see her win, especially when they brought the Osage people to the Oscars, nominated for all those things, and to go home with nothing feels like a slap in the face, in my opinion.
They love to pander.
Yeah.
You know?
They were like, we gave you your performance. We put you on the bill. Yeah. Like, what else do you want?
It's very reminiscent of the time that, oh my gosh, the guy when Chadwick was nominated posthumously and they had his wife come. Yeah. And they made a big deal out of like, we're honoring Chadwick Boseman. And then they gave that shit to someone else. It cut to the credits real quick. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all just right. Like,
You just wanted the views. You
the
just wanted us
disrespect
to tune
for
in.
me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And
Like nothing for Killers of the Flower Moon?
nothing for Killers of the Flower Moon is crazy and wrong. Like, they deserved to go home with one thing. And you know what? I'm sure if they would have gone home with one thing, I probably would not feel this way.
I'm leaving here with something. Like something.
I'm from around the way. Like,
Here with something.
yeah. And it's just like, be so real. Like that, you're telling me that movie didn't deserve one award?
I think whoever in the Academy has something against Scorsese, you guys need to just fight.
No, and you know what? I'll fight them.
Yeah.
I will be outside.
I'm gonna pull like an emperor when he nominates Fade Rotha. I'm gonna get in there for him.
Yeah.
I'm in the booth for you. Like, let's do it. Let's fight. Midnight Knife, chip and shatter, bitch. Like
elder abuse. When I say elder abuse, I'm saying
stop making this man come to these awards and sit through these 3-hour shows to give him nothing.
Because why was he asleep?
He was up during I'm Just Ken.
No.
But who wasn't up?
Yeah, you know what? That's true. And you know what? I know Francesca had some words in the car on the ride home.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would too.
And I'm waiting for the TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
I did appreciate that Emma acknowledged Lily and was like, I share this with you too, you know?
I like it, but sometimes I'm like, girl, just get your damn award. Like, we don't have to hear. It's okay. We don't need no Mean Girls. This crown belongs to all of you. You are not going to snap your Academy Award into 5 pieces. Like, say it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not your fault. It's fine.
Right. I would have just loved to see Lily win, especially with like a breakout performance like this at this caliber. Like this is, what did we say last night? Like this is a career defining moment.
Yeah. And Emma Stone will have another opportunity like this.
Yeah.
She's already doing another film with Yorgos. So, I mean, I'm sure that'll probably come in and be nominated. But with Lily, it's like, when are we going to see the Academy give her another opportunity at this level?
Yeah. Like this movie is really like a big deal. Like really, truly working with Martin Scorsese for anybody is a big deal. And especially to be like one of the lead actresses is a big deal, especially when her role in the start of the movie, she initially had like 6 lines or something like that. And they expanded it for her because she wanted to explore the depths of the role. And I appreciate how Emma Stone had developed Bella Baxter. But I just feel like this had more impact. It had more to say. As far as the culture.
I agree. I see Variety's reporting that, Lily would have had a better opportunity had she campaigned for supporting. But I think that that's bullshit. And I think it's unfortunate that we have to relegate all of these fantastic performances by people of color and by women of color to supporting roles only, you know, and then the woman of color who wins for the night, it's between Divine and between Lily. I just don't feel like we should have to do that. Yeah. I feel like she should be able to campaign for lead because that's what she was the lead. I mean, okay, Academy.
Yeah.
All right.
That was disappointing. And you know what? Congratulations, Emma Stone. Didn't know she had a daughter. Happy for her.
Yeah, the hard launch of the child.
Did Emma Stone just hard launch her daughter?
That was crazy.
One of the tweets of the night. Honestly, Twitter, you really ate last night.
Yeah.
We were dying in bed.
What was her daughter's name again? Louise Jean? Bob Belcher ass baby. Bob's Burgers stands rise. That is for you.
Oh my god. And you know what was so funny? I said, I figured she named her after like Billie Jean King because she played Billie Jean King. And
I was like,
I was thinking Bob's Burgers.
My mistake. I'm sorry. My bad. I would understand. That show's really good, so I respect it.
No, I get it. My yearbook quote was a Bob's Burgers quote.
That's real. I understand.
I would have done the same thing.
On the same tone of disappointment, I was going to skip right over Best Picture. We gonna talk about that last. Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh. And you know what? I would have been happy with anybody else.
Yeah.
The
Ryan Gosling haters, I'm sorry. He could have taken that.
I love you down, Robert Downey Jr. However, the category was categorying with everyone but you.
Yeah, Sterling. I would have loved to see Sterling. I know that it was unlikely.
Yeah. I was happy just to see him nominated.
Yeah, just to get some screen time.
Yeah.
You know, and he's beautiful, so it didn't hurt. It's fine. Nope. But wow, yeah, what a choice.
Sterling, I really wanted Ryan Gosling to win. I really wanted Mark Ruffalo to win. Those are my...
It should have been Mark.
Like, I really think that Mark Ruffalo, if they would have gave Poor Things anything, I really wish they would have given it to Mark Ruffalo, just because he had developed a character that was funny, pathetic, evil, and he put on a little voice. He did a little behavior change. Like, he put his whole activist ussy into it. He ruffled my feathers. I was like, oh my God, Mark Ruffalo in this role is so good. And it was just unfortunate to see that he didn't get that and lost to Robert Downey Jr., who I think did deliver a good performance. However,
it was fine.
It was like, it was every other performance in that movie. You know, I think that every performance in that movie was good, but they could have put anybody in there. And I feel like this is just because this is like his makeup Oscar, you know? And I'm sick of the Academy doing that.
No, because can we stop? Because if Lily does win an Oscar, it might be for something that wasn't as like fantastic as her performance in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
You want to talk about giving people their Oscars late? First of all, I don't know why Jamie Lee Curtis has an Oscar, because that should have been for Angela. And now when we finally give her something, it's going to be for something crazy. Like, you're telling me Jamie Lee is so good in Halloween that she needs an Oscar? Case closed. Redacted. Anyway. Next. Highlight of the night. Best Supporting Actress, Divine. Yep.
Love her.
Called that one. We called that early prediction. It was not going to be nobody else.
It was a real deal win. It was a real deal win.
And
you know what? There's nobody else I would have rather seen win that.
Maybe Danielle, but...
Yeah.
I am really happy for Divine. It's her time to shine.
Wasn't she in The Color Purple?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that movie.
Me either. Redacted. Anyway, I love Divine.
Divine! And you know what? I will always be that bitch that's like, well, I watched Divine when she was in High Fidelity.
Yes.
Because I knew it. I knew she was a star. Maybe they'll give you guys
a season 2 now.
I knew she was a star. Please. The High Fidelity truthers are out there. We're begging. We're begging for a second season.
Give us something.
Yeah. But I love Divine in that. I love Divine. I will forever rep her.
Paul Giamatti crying. Also, crazy fun fact that he wore a contact for the entirety of the filming of that movie.
For a lazy eye effect.
Yeah. Which you guys, like, I can't say that I'm out here really watching all of Paul Giamatti's filmography. So when I was watching the movie, I was like, has he always had a lazy eye? And I just...
No, because me too.
I never noticed.
Yeah. I thought, like, maybe he had a lazy eye before, and now it's just worse as he gets older.
Yeah. I was like, yo, what's up with me? Like,
did he have eye damage?
Did I never realize?
That contact... Best award for best contacts, because she gave what she had to, and she delivered a performance so compelling that I thought that Paul Giamatti had a lazy eye.
We got some categories that we think you guys should add, Academy. Give us 5 seconds, because I think that it deserves a moment.
No, it would be game over.
Yeah, that was something crazy. Yeah. Also, for the Paul Giamatti stands out there, Big Fat Liar is one of my favorite movies of all time. Just have to say, that movie is fucking fantastic. Best Director, Christopher Nolan. I think we also called that.
Yeah, we also called that.
Yeah. I think we thought maybe Yorgos would probably Nolan.
Yeah.
And this was his first Best Directing Oscar.
I'm okay with it.
Me too. I know he went home and like scratched that shit off and put Tenet instead. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
And you just watched Batman recently, so I'm sure you're like, Christopher Nolan.
I love what you do, Mr. Nolan. It's great. And I read somewhere that Robert Pattinson is the one who gave him the info for Oppenheimer. I think gave him the book or something. Yeah.
What?
Because people were tweeting about, why didn't he thank Robert Pattinson? Like, as a joke. Because I guess he passed that along to him to read. Gotta fact check that too. Nobody come for me if it's like not true, but I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that.
The closest he'll come to an Oscar. Redacted. Next. Didn't say that. Best original song. I don't think we discussed that on the pod, but it went to Billy, and
I feel like we knew that.
Yeah, that wasn't I want her to EGOT so bad. Like,
no, me too.
It's crazy.
I will root for Billie till I'm dead.
And I'm happy to see anybody win over Becky G and Diane Warren. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Because what? Yeah. Were we out of ideas? Okay. I don't know. We had like a really interesting year for like mockumentary, documentary, like movies. Like we had the Flaming Hot Cheetos. We had the Blackberry movie. They're making a Lego movie. Like the creation of all these. I'm like, nobody actually asked for that. We're actually okay.
I'm not into it.
No.
It's just there's so many creative people that come up with stories. Like, why are we making these?
And I'll touch on that later when we talk about Cord Jefferson winning for American Fiction, because his speech was great.
Oh, talk about one of the best speeches of the night.
Yeah. One of the best movies? No. But very good speech. Yeah. Best animated feature to The Boy and the Heron. That's crazy. Deserved?
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I feel like I need to sit with The Boy and the Heron again. I really am such a Spider-Man truther. Like, I love that movie.
Honestly, I did watch the one in Japanese. I watched the original version of it. Didn't love it, but maybe if I heard Robert Pattinson going, Maito, I would be more into it.
So true. Also, sorry, Pattinson, for your lashings. I am a fan. I do love you. I'm sure that one day the Oscar will be yours. Anyway.
I loved The Boy and the Heron. Liked it. However, I said this in my Letterboxd review. Don't whip my ass. But I feel like anybody, like, everyone's always going to root for Miyazaki. Like, and as they should. However, I feel like that also comes with not admitting when things are, like, not.
This is only his second Oscar, though. Isn't that crazy?
Really? Okay, I'm okay with that.
For Spirited Away, and then for this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Where's the Howl's Moving Castle recognition? Personally, I'm confused on that
Personally,
one.
the Howl's Moving Castle recognition is what I'm coming for.
Yeah, and also, I think Boy and the Heron definitely deserves something for score.
The score was really good. Miyazaki's score is always really good.
Yeah, I think that score is magical, and I think it got passed up at the Golden Globes. I think it didn't take anything for that, and it should have.
I just think that Spider-Man had the bigger impact.
Spider-Man was fucking crazy.
And everyone that I talked to loves the Spider-Man, the first one, Into the Spider-Verse, and then I think I heard a lot of people say that this one was better than the first one.
Yep.
And so knowing that I personally loved the first Spider-Man and everyone's like, the second one was better, I believe it.
I loved it. Yeah. I think I watched it like 3 or 4 times. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So I think it's just one of those things where in comparison to Spider-Man, like, I wish The Boy and the Heron maybe would have sat this one out.
Both solid.
But Spider-Man did win previously, right?
Yeah, I think a Globe. Yeah. Globe. I'm just happy it wasn't Elemental.
You know what? That's all we can ask for.
Small victory.
Love you, Miyazaki.
Yeah, we do. We're big fans.
Yeah.
Best international feature film, Zone of Interest. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Best original score, Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I figured that one.
Original screenplay for Anatomy of a Fall. I think we anticipated that.
We did anticipate that.
I wanted it to be past lives, but I'm a realist. I understand.
And you know what?
I get it.
That version of PAMP really just has me up and dancing every time.
Walking up to get the award and that's playing in the background is crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. What a deserved moment for her.
Good job, Justine. Yeah, great movie.
Absolutely. So, your generosity conceals something darker and meaner. Yeah. Take the Oscar.
Yeah. While we're on Anatomy of a Fall real quick, we should mention that the Anatomy of a Fall cast did rep Palestine. And I really appreciate that.
And Mark Ruffalo.
And
Rami.
And Rami. Honestly, a lot of people did wear their
Billie Eilish, Phineas.
Yes, their artists in support of Palestine pins. Loved that. I just really appreciate the cast for repping that.
Yeah, me too. Godzilla -1 for best visual effects. Case closed.
Yeah.
Case closed.
You know what? Totally.
Nothing else to be said about that.
No.
They brought the Godzilla toys up on to the stage.
Yeah, and they had the gold one with the bow tie. I loved it. The shoes.
Yeah, the coordinated Godzilla shoes.
They had coordinated Godzilla shoes. And they were so happy. I honestly love it for them.
Absolutely slayed. Wes Anderson got his first Oscar. Oh, I skipped Best Adapted. We'll come back. Wes Anderson got his first Oscar for The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. I would like to say, and they made a little joke, and it was Issa Rae and Rami who gave that award out. I think you were driving to my house, so you might have missed it. But they were like, oh my gosh, we didn't know you made movies that short. Baby, he made a longer movie. Y'all didn't nominate it.
Right.
Nothing for Asteroid City is crazy. Like, okay. The better movie exists. It's there. The Wonderful Life of Honey Sugar is good, but like...
I do have to say, as a Wes Anderson stan truther, this was not his best film.
No.
And I feel like this award was also like a bare minimum Oscar.
Yeah.
That they gave him.
A nomination for some would have been nice, though. Like,
yeah.
Give him a little something.
Yeah. I think that Grand Budapest should have gotten an Oscar when it came out.
Sure, see, Ronan, we're gonna get you your Oscar, by the way.
We will.
Next year's your year. It's your year.
I manifested.
Yeah. You heard it here first on Real Deal, actually. We are campaigning for that Oscar for you.
Yeah.
Back to Best Adapted Screenplay, which went to American Fiction.
We were also surprised by that, you know? Tara, a little shocked. I think when I opened the door, it was the first thing she said. And I saw a little ghost leave her body. But
yo, that was crazy. I mean,
who else was in that category? It was Barbie, Oppenheimer, American Fiction, and oh god, I cannot remember. I'm actually really happy that American Fiction won. I will not lie.
I'm happy with the win. I like his speech, but it definitely took me by surprise. I think I have a list right over here about like who for adapted screenplay. Yeah, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. So out of all those, I did find that to be a little crazy. That was a little wild to me.
Well, personally, I feel like Barbie got their flowers with the whole everything, you know, their whole press run, the whole release of the movie. I was okay with that. Poor Things at that point in the night had won so much.
Yeah.
I was okay with that. I knew Oppenheimer would also have a sweep, so I was okay with them not winning. So really, in my head, it was between American Fiction and The Zone of Interest, which are two movies that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
American Fiction, I think, does offer a nuanced perspective that we haven't seen in a lot of films. To me, it didn't feel like it was completely finished. Like, the movie wasn't finished and have a great ending. However, you know what? I'm just happy to see them win, and I appreciate Sterling K. Brown and his face.
You might even be able to say that because in his speech he did make a comment about how we really could be making 20 $10 million movies instead of like one, you know, $20 million movie, you know, or one $200 million movie or whatever. I agree with that, and you know, I think that the industry needs to take some risks, and we're headed towards a really strange place where we're thinking about profit instead of creativity in these original stories. And I just really agree with everything that he said. And maybe you can attribute that ending and, you know, how it kind of felt a little loosely put together, maybe to budget or, you know, maybe to other issues that, you know, we aren't aware of that may have arisen. I don't know. It did feel a little incomplete, but I really fuck with the speech. I love to see Black people win. I love Issa Rae. So it is what it is. Personally,
we move.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball. What do we got next? I think
Best costume design.
Poor Things. Yeah,
I agree.
Case closed. Production design, makeup and hairstyling, also Poor Things.
Yeah.
Case closed. Best film editing for Oppenheimer. Yeah. And actually, I think her name is Jennifer. I think that's who won the award for that. She's also done work on Frances Ha and a bunch of other really crazy films. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
she's a really good editor.
Your work is, let's see, a woman winning. So
yeah.
A deserved award. About time. I think we can wrap this episode up with Best Picture.
Yeah. Best sound went to Zone of Interest.
Oh, yes. zone of interest. As Bad Bunny said with his fine self. Which, yeah, the sound in that movie actually made my skin almost peel off of my bones.
I think all in all, yeah. I was just happy to see uneasy. Zone of Interest win something.
2 things. Best international.
Oh, yeah. International. It did win that.
Sandra Hüller, what a year for you. Crazy.
She's so good.
Yeah.
And Best Picture, Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Predicted. I think it's the way that it was announced that was crazy to
No, Al Pacino, the man that you are.
What? He literally came out and said, my eyes see Oppenheimer.
I was kind of okay with it. It was so chaotic, it was funny.
What a way to wrap up the awards.
And he's like, what did I say? It says Oppenheimer.
Just to, get my final B-Coop lashings in, I am LOLing at him losing to another Rami Malek film, even though Rami Malek had maybe 5 lines in Oppenheimer.
You know what?
Crazy.
We love to see it.
I will say that Bohemian Rhapsody Oscar was not deserved.
Oof.
Sorry, Rami, I love you, but what the fuck? That was a little crazy.
That was crazy.
Some of our past choices. Coda for Best Picture, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Anyways, it was a great year for film. I don't know. Yeah, Best Picture, I mean, no one else, I would say, really
I think
was at that caliber.
Yeah, Oppenheimer deserved, and
Except Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah,
I will say that.
I mean, Past Lives, Truthers, Rise.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they'd give us something. Listen, we weren't going to get Best Picture, so they could have given us something small, maybe. Something.
Yeah, Best Original.
Something for Greta Lee. Something for Tayo. Something for Charles Melton in May December, just for being fine. Give him an award for that.
Oh my God, Charles Melton on the carpet.
What an interesting year for the Oscars.
Yeah.
All in all, still pretty predictable, I would say.
I do have to say, wrapping up, we weren't as happy, watching the Oscars this year.
As last year, yeah.
As last year. I don't know what it was. It just kind of didn't have the same luster or joy, I have to say. And I think for me personally, it was with the Killers of the Flower Moon snubs.
Yeah.
And Lily Gladstone not winning. Ugh. That really just put me in not a bad mood. Yeah. Because I'm happy for everyone that won. Again, Poor Things, one of my faves. But did make me feel a little bit cross.
Yeah, I think we really felt so inspired last year, seeing Everything Everywhere sweep, especially a movie where, people were already out the gate, this overhyped, blah, 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 and knowing what the Daniels accomplished on the budget and, the timeline that they had and, the vision that they had. I think they're such inspirations for both of us, especially, as a powerful duo, making movies and kind of going out of the box, giving opportunities to, not that, Michelle Yeoh is a small actress, but somebody who has historically been overlooked by Hollywood, and the same with Ke Huy Quan. Mm-hmm. I think it just felt really inspiring for us to see them take home so much and really win big. And it made us feel okay, this really could be us one day. But I think the awards this year were really predictable, and
yeah, that's what it was. It was really predictable.
Back to the old shenanigans.
And it was looking very wide.
They said, y'all get that one show. That's it.
Oh, you know what? We should talk about, maybe touch on Jonathan Glazer's speech.
Yes.
Let's not forget about the erasure of the Glazer.
Yes. That was good.
Jonathan Glazer was the director for Zone of Interest. Mm-hmm. And he delivered what many people found to be, controversial
and powerful speech,
but also powerful speech about being Jewish and recognizing genocide, and then just
not just in the past but in the present.
Yes, acknowledging all of the atrocities happening in Gaza and things like that. And he got a lot of flack for it. Tara and I did notice that they had posted all of the speeches except for him.
Yeah.
And that is extremely disappointing to see.
Not surprising.
Not surprising.
But disappointing.
So, I just wanted to recognize that.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with everything he said or not, I just do think it's important to just acknowledge his point of view, and we stand with Palestine.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, just appreciate all the support with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Overall, a very mid Oscars, but great things for Divine, you know?
Yeah.
Happy with some of the wins, and some of the others are okay. I don't know. Hopefully next year we feel, you know, better about it. Dune Part 2 Supremacy. May your knife chip and shatter. Sorry, y'all. I had to plug that in there real quick. And when the sweep happens, know that Tara called it. Know that I was here first. Lisan Al Gaib, I called that shit. I saw it.
Not Al Gaib! Please!
My prescience is crazy. I'm about to use a Bene Gesserit voice on all of you.
That should be the intro.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Please tune into our next episode.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.